Hello, sports fans. Your boy, the Bawine, here tonight to give you a review on the Philadelphia Eagles football as well as in the NFL. Starting off, we're going to talk about Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles come in this game tonight 1-3, taking on the 1-3 New Orleans Saints. New Orleans picked up their first win against Dallas Cowboys last week. And the Eagles come off a disappointing loss to the Washington Redskins. So let's get into the details of the game. The Eagles win this game 39-17. Despite two interceptions for Sam Bradford, I got to say this was the best offensive and defensive game the Eagles put on all year. You know, the rushing game was in existence. The defense forced 4 turnovers, 1 interception, and 3 forced fumbles. They gave up 388 yards passing. 388 yards total, 35 yards passing, 96 yards rushing. The offense had 519 total yards. 333 passing and 186 rushing. DeMarco Murray had 20 carries for 83 yards, 1 TD, and Ryan Matthews had 8 carries, 73 yards, and TD. Now the rushing game was in existence, well balanced on offensive performance for the Eagles. They balanced the game out, much needed, because we've been having talks about the offense. Offense was struggling, wasn't enough balance. It's more passing than not enough running. And they finally figured it out. Sam Bradford threw for 32 of 45 for 330 yards. Like I said, he had two interceptions, but he also had 2 touchdowns. Now, with that win, the Eagles improved to 2-3, meaning they are in second place, tied with the Dallas Cowboys and Washington Redskins, who also lost, telling 1 game behind the New York Giants as Giants won. But we can get to that in a few minutes. So that was the first win in the conference. We are 1-3 in the conference, 1-0 in the AFC conference. So up next for the Eagles, next Monday night against the division foes, Eli Manning and the New York Giants, once again at home. So, a much-needed win for the night. Hopefully that we can keep it going and win our second game in a row and start a winning streak and beat the Giants. So now we're going to get into the week, how the NFL scores from this past week. Past Thursday, we had a game between the Colts and the Texans. The Colts winning 27-20. It was the Bears upsetting the Chiefs at home 18-17. It was the Bengals pulling off the overtime victory over the Seahawks 27-24. It was Atlanta winning in overtime to stay undefeated over the Washington Redskins 25-19. It was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeating the Jacksonville Jaguars 38-31. Like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles go to 2-3, beating the New Orleans Saints 39-17. It was the Browns upsetting Baltimore at home 33-30 in overtime. It was the Packers by 14, 24-10 over the Rams. The Bills win by 1 over the Titans 14-13. It was the Cardinals on the road demolishing the Detroit Lions 42-17, meaning Detroit Lions is still the only winless team in the NFL, going 0-5 for the season. It was the Patriots just clobbering the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas 30-6. The Denver Broncos by 6 over the Raiders 16-10. It was a comeback win for the Eli Manning company as they were down and led a comeback in the fourth quarter to beat the 49ers 30-27. And it was last night we had a game between the Chargers and the Steelers. The Steelers winning on the last second touchdown run by Bell, Le'Veon Bell, 24-20. So a lot of things happening in the NFL this week. Dallas has signed Matt Castle to be the new starter. In hopes they got a bye week this week, so as they can prepare to move forward without Tony Romo for a couple more weeks. Much needed win for the Eagles, like I said. A lot of stuff has happened in the world of sports, like dealing with the Patriots and Cowboys game. After the game, they had a shooting outside of the stadium. Come on, folks. It's just a football game. Ain't no sense of everybody getting mad because your team lost or whatever. That's pretty bad to witness stuff like that, or to be having to hear stuff like that. My condolences go out to the families of the victim. The world is got to stop taking this stuff seriously. It's just a game competition. It's not It's nothing she get personal about. Yeah, I don't like when my team lose. Like I can't stand Philadelphia Eagles lose because I am a diehard Philadelphia fan. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go out there and kill somebody because or shoot somebody because they beat us and they want to rub it in my face, whatever such circumstances may be. I mean, we gotta stop the violence, people. We go there to enjoy a football game. We root for our teams. If our team wins, hey, if our team lose, we live to fight another week. It ain't. I mean, we're not even getting paid to watch these folks. So I mean, so why even go to a game if your team, you know the chance was you're gonna lose anyway. You play Tom Brady. You play Tom Brady. You ain't got your star quarterback or your wide receiver. So what the odds you probably pulling off the upset? So I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, I mean, I'm sorry that I got out of my element. I'm supposed to be talking about sports, but when I see stuff like this, I like to speak my mind, and I think it was just something that should have never happened. But that's the way life is. But like I said, that's a sad thing to happen. Regardless of the fact that I'm not a Cowboy fan, nobody deserves that. Whether your team wins or lose, nobody deserves to get shot over at a game because of that, whatever situation may be. I mean, enjoy the sports, enjoy the excitement. Your team win, your team wins. Nobody wants the team to lose. I understand that, but it ain't worth the time going out there and shooting somebody over a football game. Man. It's just a game, folks. But life, the world is kind of corrupt. With a lot of craziness going on out there. But I'm still gonna represent my Philadelphia Eagles football team. And for those of you who also don't know me, I'm getting out the football segment for a second. Because I have breaking news. I do college reviews too. Breaking news as far as college goes. Steve Spurrier decides to give it up at South Carolina, and also I also do a review on my Florida Gators. So I had to break the bad news to those people who are Florida Gator fans. As most of us well know, our quarterback for redshirt freshman Will Greer is suspended for the rest of the season and maybe 6 games next year for a violation. So, we had a big game coming up against LSU this weekend. But, we got to keep going, We got to do riding with Trayon Harris. I think he can do a fine job, So, I still believe that Florida can pull the upset, still can keep winning. So, when I do these reviews, even though I'm supposed to be talking about NFL, or if I do my college review and I find out some breaking news and stuff like this, I'm going to enlighten the fans and the audience or people that review my reviews on what's going on in the world of sports as well. Also, if for those of you who are baseball fans, I am a Cubs fan, and congratulations to Chicago Cubs as they had just beat the St. Louis Cardinals 6-4, advancing to the NLC Championship for the first time since 2003. First time they ever won a playoff series at home. So congratulations to Cubs. Hope we can pull it off and become the World Series champ this year. So after saying all this, I want to say I am the Line. I like to say peace, God bless, and I'm out.